Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Tony's Picks Happy Hour here for Wednesday, April 23rd, 2025. Hey, appreciate each and every one of you that tune in to the Happy Hour daily, and glad that you're here. Hey, we've seen some early baseball go off already, and definitely seen, hey, Rodon pitched a good one on the road for the Yankees. Surprise, surprise there. Shocked me a little. Normally he stinks on the road, but hey, good one. Got the job done for the Yankees there in that one today, avoiding the sweep, as they say. But the Mets looks like they're rolling. They rolled along and handed another loss to the Phillies on the road. It's like Phillies have been good at home, not so much on the road. Just is what it is. Sometimes it's not like they're not getting guys on. It's like I said earlier in the day that just leaving those men on base and you're not hitting them in sometimes costs you, and it's continuing to cost the Phillies. The three Ramigos back in action here on this Wednesday. Smaller slate because we cut off a few of the baseball early, so it's clearing room for some of the crazy NHL we got going later and the crazy playoffs that have been rolling. So let's get to it. We'll see how the Capitals are doing. See if they had any of that early action. See if they if you got any nice winners to kick off the day. Kick it off over to Ramon. How you doing here on this Wednesday, Ramon?
So far, so good, Rod. Yeah, I'm wondering if, in baseball, we always know, right, that home field advantage is important, but not as it is in other sports, it feels like. But it does feel like it's starting to grow, the gap. Home and away dominance a little bit. 2-0 so far today, Rod, and 6 straight on the site. So looking pretty good, ready to roll here on a Wednesday.
Nice. Good to have you. Hey, let's bring in somebody else. I haven't seen in a little bit, but hey, welcome to the happy hour. Making his appearance. Good Lord. Hey, how are you doing, buddy? Glad to have you here on the happy hour.
Guys? Just watching some good NBA games. Mr. Leonard. What was that, Raymond?
Get ready for some hot takes.
That's right. And, I was kind of expecting Mr. Leonard to show back up. I did mention that in early morning, and I took a shot with him to at least get to the Western Conference Finals. He's a difference maker, man. It's fun to watch Clippers play, but got to give it to Denver too, man. They're playing great basketball. Great series.
Far from over in that one as well. Going to be a good one. I think we might see 6 or 7 for sure in that one. Kicking over to Ron. How you doing here on this Wednesday, Ron?
Pretty good. Good day yesterday. Hit the best bet there on my hockey, and today started off with a diamond crusher with the Atlanta Braves on the run line. So started off good. Looks like going to lose this soccer game over there in Spain, but only lose 100 on it, right? So got that plus money still up on the Braves. So plus $26 on the day. So yeah, let's get it going tonight.
Better than losing $26.
Exactly.
Definitely. And I got nothing. I no early start. Didn't have anything in the early action. So for me, let's kick it off over to the NBA to get things rolling. We got 3 rolling tonight. We got Orlando taking on Boston. Boston still laying 10.5 there in that one. Cavs still laying 12.5 versus the Heat. And looks like the Rockets still laying 3.5. I guess you can find a 4 and some bucks total in that one. 205. Looks like the Boston line still 196.5, come down a point from what it was, and 213 in the Heat and Cavs game. Looking on over at the injury report, Tatum still game time decision. Most likely he's out though. I expected Tatum not to play for Boston in that one. Cavs clean injury report on their side of things. On the Heat side, no Love, no Rozier. Looking at the Golden State Warriors, hey, clean health on their side of things. And Houston, looks like Landell and Tate will be out for the Rockets. We'll kick it on over to Ramon. What do you like hearing these 3 NBA tonight?
Yeah, we'll see about Tatum as time gets closer. It does feel like we're not getting any positive news out of the situation. So, look, they scored 103 with him. What are they going to score without him in this game that obviously is just a plod game, if you will, with Orlando and Boston here tonight? I got to go with the under here in this one. Boston's defense will be able to clamp down, that's for sure. And Orlando's non-star players will probably struggle here a little bit. No doubt of the role players like Cole Anthony and Anthony Black, the way they've been teaming up together, can step up. They can stay in this game. But I'm just going to go with that under here as it continues to trickle lower here now to 196.5 at some books here. Rod, even if he's in, I like the under. It may go up a point or two, I guess, if Tatum is in, but I'm going to take the under here tonight. Both teams, great defense, and Orlando's offense has plenty of struggles. Give me the under.
Kick it on over to Jorge. What do you like here? And
I don't know. I used to have before so many teams were making the playoffs and they had the play-in games would be that I would start with the unders right away. And I had to go away from that the last few years because the opening rounds would all continue to go over, but it started in the first round this year. I mean, it's just been under, and you know what? That's not the players, man. That's the refs. If they're not calling it, they're banging. You know what I mean? They're going to bang as long as the ref let them. And look at how ugly that Laker game got last night. So I don't expect overs to fly over anymore. I mean, yeah, Orlando only has 2 scores. They need a third one to step up. But that series has turned ugly. And that's just like the Lakers series on the other coast. Orlando knows there's only one way they can beat Boston, and that's to beat them up. And Caldwell Pope has won 2 championships because he is not the cleanest player in the NBA. That's why he has 2 rings. That's why you got to have your enforcers, man. And it's not always a big goon, like they like to say, or hockey, the big guy out there that cleans the thing. It can be a guard. And we saw that in this case, he took him out. So, I like Orlando plus the points. I'm not too sure. I'd love to go get an under on the total. Again, I just think the refs are letting them play, and if you have certain teams you let them play, they're definitely going to get rough with them. Celtics already got it. And the big thing in the NBA too is who has the urgency. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, Celtics, they want to win their second one, but Orlando now knows they have to try to steal one. Might come in a little bit confident and go a little bit physical with them. So I think there'll be a lot of free throws. I'll take a slight lean to that one. To go over. Cleveland and Miami. Miami's just I'll just take the plus points there. It's just so many. Miami's built for the playoffs. It doesn't matter what stats you pull out of them for the regular season. If they can get Mitchell under control, if Mitchell doesn't take bad shots, they cover. I mean, it's that simple. The rest of the guys know how to play. They play hard. They play defense. I think they'll rein him in a little bit, or at least coach him up to look more to pass and to not penetrate so much, even though they're letting him go, which is brilliant. I don't know if you guys noticed that on defense. There's some players, they will just let go one-on-one. They're not going to come cheat over. They're not going to double team. And he's one of those guys that collapse on him. So, again, I just think Miami will be a supremely coached team and be able to cover your spread.
Kick it on over to Ron. What do you like here in these NBA games tonight?
Yeah, I think Jorge's got my notes on that Miami. I'm only good at the better coach. I had him as a premium the other day, and they were hanging there until that fourth quarter came around, just lost control of everything. So I'm going to go back to the Heat tonight. Better coach. I know that Spoelstra will make the adjustments. That's a veteran team right there. They're going to be all right. Adebayo, Hero, they're going to be okay. I'm going to take the Heat plus 12.
We'll grab the Heat in the first half. It's come down a little, open 7.5 there in that first half, come down to about 6.5 in a lot of places. I think the Heat will definitely jump out in this first half and be a little more focused. Do they fall down late? I don't think so. I think they're right there throughout this game, and they got a great shot to win this outright. People are giving them after that first game, you know what, after having to play those play-in games and the extra games just to get to that game one, I think we've seen it in that fourth quarter. They started to get tired, and it happens. Well, now you've had 2 days off, and Coach Spoelstra has definitely made a game plan here. So give me the Heat in the first half in that one, and then I'm going to take the Heat on the money line to even the series in game 2. Make it 1-1. Because why not? At 5 times my money, I'm going to take a little shot. I think it's come down a little from what it was this morning. I got 5 times my money this morning. I see 475 in some places. Definitely shop your number if you're going to go with the Heat money line.
Definitely agree with Rod with taking money line shots. It's the playoffs. We throw all the stats the season away. They're going to try to steal a game on the road. It's their biggest game of the year. They know they have to do that. They don't want to lose 2-0. So somewhere along the line, some of these dogs are going to cover. And win out. Just cover, but win out.
Yes, sir.
And then looking at the Warriors and the Rockets, there's two teams that don't like each other. They're going to smash. We already seen it before we even got to the first playoff game rolling along that we were already seeing the fisticuffs. So this line's completely come down. First to 100 wins this one if we get to 100. So give me the under between the Warriors.
Yeah, Warriors own them, though, regardless of how the Rockets have been playing. It just does not seem they match up well. You throw Jimmy Butler in the mix. And Jimmy Butler has actually made Draymond Green behave. You know what I mean? You can play hard. You can be a little bit physical, but you don't got to get mad. You got to keep your cool. And I don't even think I've heard of him getting a technical or at least he hasn't been in the news for sure since Butler's joined Golden State Warriors. And I don't even think he's a threat this year to miss games if he gets thrown out. So I mean that's just a big difference. And they're deep,
more focused.
Yeah,
more focused.
You could play hard, but you got to keep your cool or you're going to lose. And I think Butler is really had that impression on him. You know, he needs a team to win a championship with. I wouldn't be surprised if they're a sleeper.
Yeah, and Jordan Pointer 15-2 against the Warriors against the Rockets last 17 for Golden State.
Right, just been dominant over them. So it's like if Houston wants to do something like they say they're trying to do, that one you got to beat the Warriors team.
You got to graduate in the playoffs in the NBA. Of all the sports, you have to work yourself up in the NBA. There ain't no bring up.
Same with hockey. No, it's rare that a team comes flying through out of nowhere.
Yeah, hockey. Luke, I've seen. Remember when Tampa Bay had a losing record? I mean, that sticks out in my mind. And they went through and just whooped. They didn't beat everyone in the playoffs. They whooped everyone in the playoffs. It wasn't even fun. Other than I had a ticket on it because someone told me to, to bet on them because I didn't know snot about it. But yeah, I know NBA, you got to graduate there. And as good as Houston is, they have a good coach, no doubt about it. But they're youngsters, and these veterans are going to get under their skin. They know the game, and I think that's just for the edge what the Warriors have. Their best matchup they probably could have had, especially almost having to play a play-in game, and then to get a team like Ramon said that they're 17-2 against. They couldn't have got a better matchup.
All right, let's head on over to the Diamond. Let's see what we got rolling left in the MLB action. We got 10 left, so we'll split it into two. We'll do the first 6, which are all the 7 p.m. Eastern games and the 7:40 games. And I think that we even got that 6:45 p.m. Eastern game with Seattle and Boston to kick us off. So Seattle, Boston, Baltimore, Washington, Dodgers, and the Cubs, Toronto, and the Astros. Astros going for the sweep there. Rockies taking on the Royals, and then we'll throw in the White Sox and the Twins. We'll go the other way. We'll kick it on off with Ron to kick us off here in these first 6 MLB. What do you like first?
Yeah, they're not going to get the sweep. I like Bowden Francis going for Toronto. I think Toronto's a live dog in this one. Take them on the plus money. And I'm going to go back to my Royals. I had, that was my Diamond Crusher last night. And I got crushed in the 9th once again with getting it tied up. So I think the Royals take care of business tonight with Lorenzen on the mound. So take the Royals on the run line in that one.
Send it on up over to Jorge. What do you like here in these first 6 MLB?
Now I'm stealing Ron notes for sure. I like the run line on the Kansas City Royals for the same reason. I mean, obviously, the Rockies are just bad, man. If they can squeak out a win, the odds of them winning 2 in a row is abysmal. Right now, they're just a bet against team every chance you can get. I wouldn't want to lay $2, but definitely would go run line on that. You got Baltimore playing Washington. Oh, God, that's just a toss-up to me. But with Williams on the mound, slight lean to going over with Baltimore and Washington. And I don't think we are to the next game yet that I want. That's it.
All right.
Take it back. Over the Dodgers and Cubs. I'm sorry. I thought it was in the late slot for the Dodgers, but they're at Chicago. Over.
It's Chicago, early one, yeah. 7 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah, I don't care who's pitching there. Dodgers are red hot right now, and the Cubs can score their runs too, so leaning over.
Looks like Casper, good old Casper is supposed to start for definitely going to be a bullpen game for the Dodgers. We're going to see all hands on deck to have a game there in that one. Kick it on over to Ramon.
Dave Roberts gets to be the star of the game. He loves it.
Yeah, he gets to pick and choose who gets to star of the bullpen parade for sure. I'm kicking on a remote. What do you like here, remote?
I'll go to that one. Rod, tonight with the Cubs and the Dodgers. I'll go with the Cubs. Your Dodgers, you guys mentioned they've already had 5 starting pitchers in this game, and the game hasn't even started yet. So if Kasparius is in there, I'm gonna roll with the Cubs here in this one. Don't like the fact that they're already up to what, $1.27, $1.33. Is it going higher here? So you might be a Dodgers. Take them at plus money. That sounds like a good spot, but I think this fact that this line is favoring the Cubs with a pretty good starter in Matt Boyd. I'm going to roll with it. There's going to be some volatility here. It feels like with this total continuing to rise, and after we saw the runs kind of pour in there late last night in a 21-run game. So I think you guys might be right there on that total. I'll take the Cubs tonight as a favorite.
And for me, in these early ones, you know what? Give me Trevor Williams and the Washington Nationals at a nice plus price. Trevor Williams at home over the last few years, he's been pretty good as a home dog. I believe it's 6-0 as a home dog pitching over the last few years. So I'll take the Nationals in that one. And then, as you guys are talking about the Dodgers and Cubs, take the over there in that one. Boyd's on the mound. Look, it's another lefty. What they do last night to Imanaga, they smashed him. So the Dodgers have been smashing lefties, and Boyd's supposed to hold them down? I don't think so. I think the Dodgers will be able to smash there, and the Cubs have been smashing as well. So, I think we're all in agreement. Take the over in that one tonight, and then I'm going to go the other way. It's Schlitz drinking time. Everybody likes a little bit of Schlitz now and then, so go for the gusto. I'm going to take Houston for the sweep there in that one. You see Bowden Francis, I'm not liking what I've seen for him. Again, there he is. He pitches to half decent, but this Blue Jays bats, what did they do yesterday? 2 hits? You ain't gonna win any ball games with 2 hits, that's for sure. Well, unless they're home runs. Oh wait, the Blue Jays aren't hitting home runs either, so that's not going to get the job done. What, they got 1 home run in the last 7, 8 games, if that? No, give me the Astros in that one to finish off the Blue Jays again. Oh, Blue Jays are awful. Now, I don't know who's awful, or I think Baltimore finishes dead last in that division for sure. Let's kick off onto the light slate of the MLB. We got the Tampa Bay Rays taking on Arizona. We got Texas taking on the homeless. We got Milwaukee taking on the Giants. And we got Pittsburgh taking on the Angels. Kicking on over to Ramon. What do you like here, Ramon?
I'm going to try the under tonight here with Pittsburgh and LA. It's a series. It's definitely been an over series, but it is interleague play. And you got Andrew Heaney coming back to the Big A to pitch here for Pittsburgh. I know he's not our all-star favorite, but so far so good for Heaney. 2.13 ERA so far this season, 191 batting average against, going up against Angels lineup averaging just 4.1 runs per game. Kokonowitz hasn't been great, that's for sure. ERA above 6, but I'll give him the fact that he's at home and the Bucks come in here averaging 3.6 runs per game. So I'm going to go under here tonight. Pittsburgh and LA, you can get 9 under 20. Looks like around the best or average price, I'd say.
What do you like here in these 4, Jorge?
I'm going to go with Arizona on the run line. Tampa Bay is yet to win a game on the road. And Arizona, they're just tough. You know, they have a lot of above average players, but they don't get any of the media attention that the Dodgers get. But they're a good baseball team. They have been for a couple of years, especially when they made their run when no one expected them to do well. And I think regardless of how they're playing right now, they're 14-9. Who's playing great, 7-3 in their last 10. And I don't think the offense is clicking yet. So this might be a situation where they could win by more than a run here against the Tampa Bay Rays, the team I wish would have came to Las Vegas instead of the homeless A's.
Right?
Why could we have got that organization? Why do we have to get the taint of sports teams from California, all the Oakland teams? It is. It's the taint. It's not an armpit. It's not anything. It's the absolute effing worst. It is. That's what I call it. That's all we get here. And then they make it a resale market.
What are you saying? What are you saying? The Warriors are moving to Vegas next?
No. Well, they got him out of Oakland. They got him over across the bridge.
Yeah, they got him in Frisco now.
Yeah. What like hearing this was wrong?
Yeah, I agree. I'm going to look at the Angels bounce back. That one, definitely, you don't let Pittsburgh come in and beat you. That just doesn't happen. And then I'm going to go and agree with Jorge on the Diamondbacks. They play well at home. I took them last night, had a nice premium winner there on them, so I'll take them once again tonight.
For me in that game, just looking at something. The dog's barking. What the heck? Uh-oh.
No, he barked on your Dodger pick, by the way. I forgot to tell you. He got
the Dodgers and the Dodgers are a dog this time. They're like, they went,
no.
He's like the Dodgers. He's like, hey.
Quiet all day. It's the only bark I've heard out of him all day.
I like the over there in Tampa Bay and Arizona. You look at who's getting the start for the Rays there in that one. Good old Taj Bradley, right? Well, the last time he made his visit into Arizona, he got rocked. I think he went 4 innings, gave up 7 earned runs, gave up 4 home runs. It's a nice night in Arizona. Definitely. I think they got the roof open again as well because they did have the roof open last night. So I don't see why they would close it up again. Another nice day in Arizona. And keep that open and rolling. So definitely
should be the whole series. If they open it for one, it's usually open.
It's usually the whole series, right? Because it takes me. Yeah. So I like the over there in that one. Even if Arizona does the bulk of the heavy lift and give us the over in that matchup. And then man, oh my goodness, Festa's up to minus 270 in that one. I'm going to take the under. 8.5 runs. Those two teams scoring 9 runs. I don't think so. Because look at Festa. He's rolling along and pitching pretty good. In that one, he'll look like an ace. There's a whole lot of no runs to be scored in that one. Take the under 8.5 there in that matchup. All right, that brings us to the NHL. We got 3 hockey games going tonight. We'll just do them all in one fell swoop.
I'm out here.
There you go.
Here.
Oh, yeah.
Good luck,
Okay,
brother.
Jorge's going to leave for the hockey. Let us know.
No skates for Jorge.
No skates for Jorge. Hey, let us know what you got going over at Tony's.
Jorge left the game. He was at the Vegas game last night. He left after the first period, too.
So I wouldn't even have gone to the first period. I gave my ticket. No, not in a bad sense. I just gave my ticket to a hockey lover who would go and have the time of their life. So
who would enjoy it more?
I did that a couple weeks.
Yeah.
I bought a ticket. I bought a ticket. I was going to go. I just gave it away at the last second. Take your friend that loves hockey. But anyway, no. Good luck on the skates, guys. And I'm going to be getting some plays up right now for my afternoon slate.
Sounds good. Have yourself a good one, Jorge.
I'm going in there.
Bye, brother.
All right, let's get on over to the ice. We got Montreal taking on Washington. Game 2. We got Dallas heading into Colorado for game number 3. And we got the Oilers taking on LA here for the game number 2. We'll kick it on over to Ramon. What do you got here for us tonight, Ramon?
After that first game, Rod, between the Habs and the Caps, I got to go under again. It was 2-2 at the end of regulation. Montreal looks like they're struggling offensively, even if the Caps aren't the greatest defensive team out there. And good goaltending, I thought, in that first game as well. Canadians doing a pretty good job, I think, on the penalty kill so far from what we've seen. And just the tendencies of these two teams, I expected to be physical and cautious here. 3-2, 2-1, Rod. Could go overtime again. Maybe that's the play in this one. So maybe first period under as well, but I got to go under here in this one. Thompson looked okay for sure in that game. So let's go under tonight, Montreal and Capitals.
Heading on over to Ron. What do you like here in the NHL slate tonight?
Man, I tell you, Montreal played their hearts out. They really did. But tonight they're going to get smashed.
Oh.
I really think they're going to get smashed tonight. I look for a 3-1, 4-1 type of game here. Hey, they played their hearts out. Give them credit. I even had them. I was talking about the money line, and then thank God Rod taught me in at +1.5. So yeah, I think this is the one. Washington's really going to make a statement right here, as good as they are at home. And we're looking at the Kings, man. You're still the top 2 teams. You're looking at Carolina. They won again last night. Covered that puck line. The Kings won, although it was like a really tight game. They're 6-5, but I look for probably a more grittier defensive game. I think, Rod. What do you think? But I still look for the Kings to win a gritty game, maybe 3-2 this time.
And for me in these ones here, I'm going to go totally opposite. Definitely not reading my notes, that's for sure. I'm going to take Montreal here in this one. The game I watched, Montreal's way faster than Washington. Washington's looking old and slow. Just like Ovi's pot belly might be getting in the way. Too many bands make it dance. Bands make it dance. Too much strip club action for Ovi. He's looking pretty soft. Congratulations, you got your first OT winner off of a lucky bounce, I think, in that one. You can see it didn't hit the blade of his stick. It wasn't a great, clean, crisp shot. He just swooped like this, and that's what you get lucky, and sometimes it goes in. Give it to Montembeault. He definitely stood on his head for Montreal. He'll do the same thing, stand on his head again. I've seen plenty of times Montreal, they're fast, real fast. They're faster than this Washington squad, and they're going to even it up at one. This young heart of a lion is what they got. They got down 2-0 and battled back and got burnt on a crappy call by a ref. That was an icing call. Should have been it was not an icing call. Should have been waved off. Defensive draw on your own end. The puck went doink, 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 got a little bounce, and like I said, Ovi got a lucky shot. So there you go. Hating on the new goals leader. Yes, I'm allowed to hate on the new goals leader. I was rooting for Montreal to get the win there in that one, and I don't think it was a great goal. He'll say it wasn't his bestest goal. It wasn't like a big sniper ripping her in and a highlighter reeler. It was one of those dirty garbage jobs in the front. Congratulations, 1-0. Long series. Give me Montreal in that one. And then, well, you know where I'm going. I'm going to take the Oilers. They took a nice comeback to get the job done. This series is going to be overall series long. Both goalies are ass. Kemper, he let in some really dumpster fire goals himself. Skinner, we know what he does. He lets in some dumpster fire goals. I would love to say I've been burnt on that too many times, Ron, where you say that it's like, oh, here we go. It's the big step up defensive game. I don't know. A guy named Clear the Track, because here comes somebody named Evander Kane. He's going to be doing a little bit of hard hitting. He'll be ready to go in this one. It's been the Oilers' little secret weapon, as they say over here. We know that he's going to come out and he's going to lay the body on hard. And offense is still going to be key. We, as you alluded to, this Kings offense is for real. They can score some goals. Guess what? So can the Oilers. We see it in the third. They will decide that we should start at the puck drop. You know what? I think they might have got distracted by the harmonicas going off in the background. To kick it off, it was kind of like, what is going on?
Am I win at home because they're not winning on the road.
On, right? It's like
they better win at home because they're not winning on the road. So
well, you got to win
this one.
It'll be 1-1 heading back to Edmonton for
Ron
Friday night. And I think we see plenty of goals as well. Just like we did last year in the series. We've seen lots of goals. And that's where I got burned. I figured for sure. But like, okay, here, this is the game they step up and no goals are being scored. You got the top two goal guys that have been rolling along. We got plenty of Kings offense.
12 goals. Yeah,
12 goals. Yeah. Could be 6-6 heading to OT, the usual 80s style game like we've seen before in LA and some of those ones.
Get some exciting goalie.
Right? It was. You can't say that was an excitement game. That was one heck of a game, right? Back and forth. Who doesn't like goals in hockey? So
I'll say as the Kings representative here against your Oilers, Rod, we saw, I think, higher score. I don't want to be that guy. High score favors this team. I think it favors the Oilers.
Right, because usually the Kings usually a little more tight checking,
right? Their wins at home. Look what they 3-2, 4-2, 3-1.
Yeah.
You know, when they were on the roll, crushing all those teams, good teams and bad.
Yep. So should be a good one tonight, anyways. That wraps up our sports slate here for this Wednesday, and always brings us to the parlay section, player prop. Game of the future, we leave it up to the capper to decide, and then they'll let them, what they got going with their best bets, and those are over at Tony'sPicks.com. You can hit the link in the description. Gets you right over there. Kicking on over to Ron. What do you got for us tonight, Ron?
Let's see. For a parlay, I'm going to go with give me the Royals on the run line, give me Arizona, and give me the Angels. Those three right there. For tomorrow morning, take Samsung -1. You can get that plus 105 at Bet365 right now. So if you want to get -1 on Samsung, go ahead and get that. And also look at Hanwha -120. once again for that one. What I got tonight, I got a 3-pack in MLB still to go. Won my Diamond Crusher today, so that's back on track after losing 2 in a row. There on 2, actually, the 9th inning losers on the run line, 2 in a row, Braves and the Royals. Yeah, it sucked. So I was watching it. I was like 4-1 here. It's like, wait a minute, we were up 3 runs the other night. Don't lose this, Braves. Don't blow this again for me. So they got it done today. I got my NHL blue line special right there. You can get that, and my NBA 3-point play. So yeah, doing very well right now. Top of leaderboard, as you see, all of us are right now. Except for Ramon, nice 6-0, locking him in right now. So man, pair us all up, and we'll get you some money.
Definitely sounds good. Head on over to Ramon. What do you got for us tonight, Ramon?
Okay, I'm going to go off the board here. I'm going to take the Richmond Tigers plus 23.5 against the Melbourne Demons. It's at 5:30 in the morning Eastern, 2:30 Pacific. These are 2 very bad teams, and I think they're both so bad that I don't expect it to be a 23-point win at all here. Take Richmond plus 23.5 against Melbourne tonight in Aussie football. So, 6-0, Rod, feeling pretty good. If you look, we got Rod red hot with me over the last 7 weeks. You got Ron here, one of the top handicappers for the entire year. So we're bringing you winners here every day on the show. And we got winners over at Tony'sPicks.com. Pick up my 3-pack tonight with my best play in MLB, NHL, NBA. Got that from Rod. Put one of each sport. That'll get you home with a 3-0 tonight. Check it out over at Tony'sPicks.com. Save 15% when you use the promo code Tony T, 5 letters, Tony T, over at Tony'sPicks.com. That's where you get my picks and these guys, Rod, you guys are red hot too, brothers.
Definitely all red hot. So definitely scoop us all up over at Tony'sPicks.com. As Ramon alluded to, yep, top play in the NHL one-timer. It's been making us money over the last week. My NBA drop a dime play. Hey, it's been making us money over the last week. And then MLB, we're on a nice 9-1 run with my play of the day there. So you can scoop all those plays up singly, or better yet, grab the Wild Wednesday triple and you get all 3 plays in one package. As Ramon said, let's go 3-0 together over there. Hey, me for a parlay today. We're going to do same thing, little mixed sport parlay for you today. We're going to take Montreal Canadiens on the money line. I'm not even going to take the puck and a half. I think they went outright. Montebo has himself a solid start.
Go ahead.
Patrick Laine gets himself a goal as well here for Montreal in that one tonight. And then take the Houston Astros to get the sweep over the Jays, and then take the Miami Heat plus a 6.5 in the first half. Little 3-teamer for you tonight over there. That wraps it up for this Wednesday's slate of sports action, playoff stuff. We got a couple MLB thrown in there as well. Definitely can't wait for the NBA tonight. Some great hockey action. Definitely looking forward to it. Any final words from Ron and Ramon before we head on out here on this Wednesday?
Good luck. Let's get it going. Let's get it done tonight. Big night.
Let's keep crushing it. So a little bonus. Let's if you tuned into the morning show, hey, I told you to take McDavid 3 points tonight. Guess what? I think he does get 3 points tonight. Take it. McDavid scores 3, even if it's assist style. I believe he's scored in a number. I want to say it's almost like 11 straight assists versus the Kings. Some crazy number. Give me 1 second. I'll dig up that stat. I'm sure that's what I see. Where it was like some crazy number. 11 straight assists for McDavid versus the Kings. It's just they play a lot of hockey each year. That's why. So take McDavid 3+ points in that one tonight. Thanks, everybody. Have yourself a wonderful Wednesday. And as always, tune in tomorrow morning, Thursday, 9:30 a.m. Eastern for the Tony Picks Morning Show. Till then, we'll see you then. Have yourself a wonderful evening. Make it a winning one. Catch you tomorrow morning, everybody.